Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all having a fantastic day. As you can tell by the title, today's video is going to be another full face first impressions type video where I try out a bunch of makeup. I just recently posted one of these, but I had so much more makeup to try out that I decided just to do another video of me just playing around with these products and creating a look for you guys. So I have a bunch from Essence, e.l.f., Anastasia, and some other products to try out along with you guys, so I hope you guys enjoy. So if you want to know how to get this look right here and also hear my thoughts on some new products, just keep on watching. Alright, so let's just get started. I already have my brows filled in since I don't have any new eyebrow products to try out. Next up is primer, and I'm going to be using this one right here. This is the e.l.f., I believe it's called the Beauty Shield 3-in-1 primer. So it's like a white primer right here, and this is just supposed to like smooth, you know, and just create a nice canvas for your makeup. I really like the feeling of that. It's super hydrating and moisturizing for anyone out there with dry skin, but I feel like it'd be good for oily skin girls too, since it's just really smooth, and I feel like foundation will apply really nice on top of it. I don't know, there's just something about it that I really like the texture in it. It feels really nice so far. Alright, so moving right along to foundation, I do have a new one to try out, and this is the Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Makeup. This one is in the shade 10 Fresh Ivory, and I feel like it should be a good shade match. It just might be a little too olivey for me, but we'll see. So I'm just going to pump out some on my sponge here. See how much we'll need. Because it is supposed to be a more lightweight foundation, less coverage, so we'll see. I don't know if I like this with a sponge. It's kind of absorbing all the products since it's super lightweight. I'm gonna try a brush here. This is just a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Just gonna put a little on the brush because I feel like the sponge is not doing too much. This might work out better. It looks super nice on the skin. What this foundation kind of reminds me of is the Makeup Forever Face and Body, just with a little more coverage in that one, because that one's literally like water. I do like how it looks on the skin. It looks super smooth and everything. You know, it's not like it blended out really easily and everything like that. It's just not giving me that much coverage. So let's see if I can layer it a little, and if not, we'll just go in with concealer. But this might be an excellent option for any of you out there who don't want a lot of coverage, or something like just on a day where you want something super lightweight and looks really like natural on the skin and doesn't look like you're wearing makeup, because you can't really see this sitting on my skin. It's more like blended into my skin. I'm just gonna take my sponge here real quick and just kind of dab right on top. I'm just going to be using the Milani Retouch and Erase today. I have been really liking this lately, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this under my eyes and anywhere else I want to highlight just a little. Alright, so now that our base products are on, I am going to set my under eyes real quick. I'm going to use the Fit Me Loose Powder in the shade 10. I do want to pick this up in 5, I believe. They do have a lighter shade, just because this one's a little like slightly dark for me, since it has that yellow tone to it. I'm just going to press this under my eyes for now, not going too wide on the face, since I do want to try some cream products out, but I'm just going to set the places I know need setting. Alright, so I'm just going to let that kind of sit there for a little. The next things we have to try are also from Essence, and these are their strobing highlighters. I'm so excited about these three. I have the shade Light Up Your Life. It's like a pinky shade, and then I have Glow Up Your Life. It's like a champagne ivory. And then we have this prismatic hololighter, and this one is in the shade Be Unique, Be a Unicorn, and it's like a purpley prismatic one. So I think I kind of want to use like, we'll try out a bunch of these. So I'm gonna take this one right here, and this one is the lighter ivory one, and I think I'm gonna try, I don't know if I want to go straight to the face. Let's go right onto the sponge right here. I'm just gonna kind of draw it on, and let's see if this will pat on nicely. Ooh, that's pretty. It's subtle. Let's try building it up a little, see if we can get anything more out of it. That's so pretty. That's like a really nice glow from within type thing. I'm gonna take a little bit of this pink shade right here because I want to kind of see how this one will look. Let's try this on the other cheek. Oh, this one's pretty too. I was afraid it'd be a little too pink for me, but it's really beautiful. I think this one is gorgeous if you're really into like more pinky tone highlights. And I still want to try this prismatic one, so let's just kind of pop a little bit of this one on just to see how it looks, because it does have that purple shift to it, so it might look really cool. Just a little of it there. This is pretty. I like these. They're blending so easily, like into the skin. They're just kind of melting into my skin. It has that really nice purple shift to it. Interesting. I am going to use this shade though, the ivory one, on my nose and on my Cupid's bow because I think it's really gorgeous. I'm going to try using a bit of my finger here. I'm really impressed by these. I really like how they're blending onto my skin, and they're not sitting on top of my skin. They're not emphasizing any texture. They're just looking really, really nice. So impressed with those so far. All right, so I'm going to just press that bake in. This is what I've been doing lately instead of wiping it off. Just kind of press it in to really mattify those under eyes. All right, we do have some new palettes to play around with. This is the e.l.f. Mad for Matte eyeshadow palette, and this one is in the shade Summer Breeze. I have tried their Mad for Matte palettes before, but this one I'm so excited about because of these warm shades right here. Try to get into that spring vibe. And then we also have the Subculture Anastasia palette, and I do want to dip into some of these like warm shades right here. I have been testing this out slightly like on the side, but I do want to kind of play around with a few more shades in it. Alright, I'm just going to dip into this peachy shade right here and kind of mix it with this brown taupe. I'm going to start building a transition shade. Alright, I'm going to dip into this orange shade right here slightly and pop that into my crease as well. Alright, I'm going to switch into the Subculture, and I'm going to take New Wave right here and kind of dip this into the crease as well. I really want a warm, buffed out like crease for today, just smoked out kind of, with these warmer shades. This is such an interesting color. You don't see like yellows like this that often. I'm gonna grab this purpley shade right here, and I'm actually gonna pop this in the outer corner. I like this purple shade because it's like purple, but it has a slight brown tone to it, so you can still wear it and pull off like a natural look, but just by popping a little bit of color into it. I'm also gonna dot a little bit of this on the inner corner. I'm gonna dip into a little bit of Rowdy here, and I'm just gonna use this to define the outer crease a little more than the inner one. I always like to do this with my halo eyes. I'll make the inner one slightly tad bit lighter than the outer one. I just like the way it looks. And then I'm just gonna take Roxy here, buff that into the crease. Alright, I'm just gonna match this to the other eye, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm just going to do the lower lash line now. I'm just going to grab a pencil brush right here and go into the transition shade I use in my crease to buff out like that lower lash line initially. And then I'm going to take the orange shade I used, and I want to be careful with this because I don't like to use too much orange on my lower lash line. And then last but not least, I'm going to take this purple shade and just really concentrate this close to the lower lash line. Not going to bring it down too far. And then going into subculture, I'm going to take the tiniest bit of Rowdy, just slightly dip my brush into it, and only do this on the very outer corner of my lower lash line to connect it to the top. Alright, so I really like how I use these palettes to come up with this. I really love the blendability of this matte for matte. I love these transition shades right here. Love that you get this purple to play around with. I think this is a beautiful palette. And I'm so excited to further play with subculture just because it's so interesting, and the shades in here are really, really unique. So can't wait to create more looks with this and do more like tutorials just using this palette. Alright, so now to finish off this halo eye, I have these brand new Essence Metallic Shock eyeshadows, and these are liquid eyeshadows right here. Now, which one do I want to use today? I have a bunch of different colors. I think today, though, I'm going to use this one right here in the shade Solar Explosion. It's like a gold shade. I think it'd work really well with what I have going on. But I do want to do a review on all of these right here, swatches, everything like that. So let me know if you're interested in seeing that video, since I'm super excited in a ton of these shades. I was so excited when I saw these at the drugstore because you don't really see these types of products that much, and the fact that they're from Essence, super affordable, I really hope they work. So let's see. I'm just gonna kind of dab it on straight with the applicator. Holy, that's metallic. I don't want to use too much since this is a halo eye. I'm just going to use a little brush here to slightly like tap it out and see how it blends. It's not losing any of its shine while I'm blending it, which is good. I'm just going to take a little bit on the brush. I am so impressed by this little guy right here. I just want to see if it will transfer onto my lid. It didn't really. I'm just going to grab the brush I used for those purple shades, and I'm going to use this just to further blend everything together. I'm just going to highlight my brow bone real quick with this shade. And then I'm going to use the shade Cube to highlight my inner corner because it's like a prismatic color, and I'm hoping it looks cool. Yeah, that's pretty. It has like a pink duochrome to it. I'm just going to apply some mascara. This is the Rimmel Wonderlash with Argan Oil. It's good at lengthening your lashes, but not that great at giving a lot of volume, but that's okay because I think I'm going to go in with falsies anyways. I'm just going to quickly apply some Ardell Demi wispies off camera, and I will be right back. Now, so to finish off the face, I'm going to just grab my butter bronzer here real quick. I don't have any new bronzer products to try out, so I'm just going to use this real quick to bronze up my skin. And then for blush, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Rose Champagne blush. I just think this will look really pretty with this look right here. Just going to dip into this and apply it to my cheeks. And last but not least, we're going to finish off with a powder highlight, and I do want to try the new Amrezy highlighter from Anastasia. It's so gorgeous. So I'm just going to dip slightly into this and layer this on top of the cream highlighters we used earlier. Yes, we are glowing now. I really love the color of this highlighter so far. It's gorgeous. Layered really nicely also on top of the cream ones, but how pretty is this highlight? Ooh, it's so gorgeous. I love it so far. And then for lips, I'm going to go in with this Wet n Wild one in the shade Noodie Patootie. It is a very light nude shade. I'm going to take a little bit of Milani's Adorable in the shade 10, and I'm going to use this on the edges. And last but not least, some setting spray. I have my Milani Make It Last right here. Alright guys, so here is the finished look. I love how it turned out. It's kind of different from anything I've ever done with the purple and orange. It's an interesting color combination, but I love how this eye look turned out, and I love how my face makeup turned out as well. I like how everything layered, everything looks super smooth and really, really glowy, and all the eyeshadow products worked amazing. So very happy with all the new products I tested out today, and I'm really happy with how this look turned out as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.